Okay, gonna do my final approval videos, what I like to call these. Customer bought this tub, and we just like to show them this was on the Jeep. It was pretty much dismantled when we got it, but still was on the frame. So top side has been well covered, but I am gonna go over the bottom just so he can see it as if he was here in person. We don't like any surprises. Plus it gives us a little bit of assurance if something were to happen in shipping. We have optimal proof and yada, yada, yada. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and lift it up. If you're needing a CJ tub or a YJ tub for a CJ or just a YJ tub, we got tubs. Well, I don't have any, actually this is my only grade A CJ7 tub at the moment, and to be quite honest with you, these are extremely hard to come by right now. They have been for years. So you kind of, as this customer did, is put your name on a list and just be patient with us and we'll get one in. There's always an aftermarket option. Typically people don't like going aftermarket. They're not as quality tubs that are being made, unfortunately, and OEM is always preferred. But anyway, so we got 5 tubs too, and I got a couple real nice 5 tubs at the moment. So let me get it up in the air. Hopefully it's well balanced enough. So the main thing we're going to look at when we get under here is torque pockets on the frame to your tub. That's what holds your, it's what holds the frame to the tub together. So see anything that may or may not be more work and yada, yada, yada. So we'll start with the rear corner here. This passenger rear corner, nice clean threads on that guy. That's your furthest most torque pocket to your frame. And these often break. This isn't a super uncommon area to have a bolt break in. It's not a very hard area to get into. This one here is okay, but that's super common on those. Here's your one above your fuel tank. People don't usually know they even have this one. Go to pull a tub and can't figure out why it's stuck. That's where to look. Okay, you got one on this side, one on the other side. This guy here is clearly gonna need to be replaced. That one's pretty bleak actually. But good news with this, super easy. You can get right in there. They always foam these to prevent stuff from getting into them. So that's something, I would knock it off and just push it out. You can actually pull them out and just replace, put a big old fender washer in there, lock nut and screw back up in there, or you can weld a nut. Really whatever you'd like to do on that. This guy's beautiful, nice clean threads there. That one's a little harder to get into. So we like to see these clean. And then you got the front one up here, another one that's not too hard because you can reach in here. You can see my hand moving it maybe. Okay, so I got a pesky fly bugging me right now. So that's gonna be our passenger side. And then floorboards, excellent shape. So this was a quality tub, very clean, grade A. This was an 80, I believe it's an 83, 84-ish. So for being as old as I am, I guess, a little bit older than I am, maybe. Yeah, almost 40 years old. Exceptionally clean. So, all right. So this one I already knew about earlier. That bolt there, again, not a super hard area to get into. Or you could extract it, but I would probably, just because the ease of getting into that area, I'd probably just replace it. There's the one again above your fuel tank here, and then this area here. It's got a little bit into this side right here at the corner where you're starting to see a little bit of cracking going on at that side wall, and then a little bit up into this area here. I would get this addressed and not leave it. It's not hurting it structurally, but I wouldn't leave it because especially in an area that may have more salt introduced to it. We don't have salt around here, so I wouldn't leave it alone. At least get it out of there and then coat it and whatnot. So, and then this torque pocket's fine. This thread's good on this one, so we're good there. And then you got this guy under here. That one's great. And then this here, perfect. And once again, floorboards are all solid. This is your driver's side. This one's beautiful. Tunnel is beautiful. So a little bit of things, but for like I said, this tub being as old as it is, and is what we normally see on CJ tubs. This one is exceptionally clean. And the fender wells are nice and clean. That's another area I like to show. These seams here love to rust out in them. Behind the roll bars, that's what these bolts go here. These are what we call the roll bar padding, where they hook to. These ones are both clean. That roll bar pulled, great shape. We were kind of wondering about that, and that pulled out no problem. Here's just your other side. Okay, nice pads, good shape here. Same thing on this side, not as bad as the driver's side, but starting to get a little bit of leaching in that metal here. So I would again get this, it's got a kind of a liner or something, factory on it. I get this peeled back, and then if nothing else, just get in here and get as much of it as you can out of it. This one does not go all the way through, and then I would coat it and go from there on that guy. And again, the wheel wells here, nice and clean all the way up through here. No rust in any of those seams. And back supports, this is for your rear tire carrier. This is the lower support bracket, and then the upper one. And I have this gentleman is buying that. We have a nice tire swing out carrier factory that's going to go with this. Well, not with it, but he bought it in addition, along with that tailgate you've seen up there. So the only thing on this tub, and we already addressed this earlier, part of the reason we knocked it down a little bit was because of the rocker guards there. So a little bubbling in the very bottom lip there, but that's nothing too big. They had some rocker guards on it, and if somebody's going to go back to running those, that's not going to be a big deal. But if you're not planning on running those, you'll want to patch those up. Otherwise, yeah, I hope we can get another one of these in the future. It's been a few years, like I said, probably 2 or 3 years since I've had a clean tub for a 7 like this. So I appreciate everything, and thank you for your business. And we'll get this guy, once we get you're okay, we'll get it all crated up. As if you're watching this again and need a tub, we've been doing this for about 15 years. Partsbreakers.com. You can view some tubs on it. You won't see a CJ7 typically up there, because they usually sell quicker than we get time to list them. But one thing to note is we ship everything crated, especially on these nicer tubs. So just keep that in mind. It is not a good idea to ship a tub not crated. Matter of fact, we had a tub that was a nice tub, and it was crated. It wasn't one of our nicer crates like this one's getting. Well, it was a nice crate, but we're just reinforcing these now at this point. But anyway, it got damaged during shipping, and that was unfortunate. So we're gonna beef these up a little bit on the top, and then we already specify do not stack, but we make sure they don't stack, and it's just peace of mind for the customer. We've been doing it a long time. That was the only one that's ever gotten damaged. And we don't want another one to happen, especially on one of these that are a little harder to get. So yeah, I think that's it. I appreciate everything. And 303-666-9020, partsbreakers.com. You can view this, no, you can't view this tub on there, but you can view other tubs on there. I think I have some TJ tubs at the moment. I don't believe I have any YJ tubs, and I'm going to have a couple 5 tubs here in the next couple weeks go up. Okay, thanks a lot.